Hello, what's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your guy Promzy once again. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the differences between German student visa and German language visa. So if you're ready, stay tuned. So what is the difference between the German student visa and the German language visa? So the main difference starts with the language of command of your program. So you apply for universities in Germany, let's say University of Berlin, and you were accepted at this university, and maybe you got a program like renewable resource, and this program is being offered in English. Then you apply for the visa, and the embassy in your country will issue a German student visa. That means once you get to the country, you enroll in the university and you start right away with your education, like your bachelor's or your master's. But if you apply for a university, let's say University of Berlin, and you got a program like quality engineering and the course is offered in Deutsch or in German, so even though you qualify to continue education, if your German level is not up to the level the university requires, then you have to study the language before you enrolled or you're accepted in your faculty. So you use your acceptance letter and apply for a visa at the German embassy, and you'll be issued a German language visa. That means once you get to Germany, you don't start with the school straightforward. Even though you qualify, you are supposed to meet the requirement, the language requirement, being it B1, B2 or C1 for some programs. So from the onset, as in the application level, you don't see any difference between the German student visa and the language visa till you land in Germany. There are two main differences between the language visa and the student visa, and the first one is the health insurance. So every student is supposed to have health insurance, as in state-owned health insurance in Germany. So the main ones students use is AWOKA and TK. In fact, these are the popular ones and the big insurance companies in Germany. But for students who have the language visa are not entitled to have the state-owned insurance, because the main reason is that most students are unable to complete the course and will have to leave and go back to their home country maybe after 6 months or after a year. So the first difference you see is that when you try to apply for this state-owned insurance company, they will tell you that as it stands now, you are not a full student, so this state-owned company cannot cover you for your insurance, and you have to go in for private insurance, and the one I know of is Vista. That's what I use during my language program. So students in Germany are allowed to work for 120 full days or 240 half days in a year. But this is not the same for language students. Depending on the state in which you find yourself, in some cities and some states, language students are not supposed to work at all. Du hast keine Arbeitserlaubnis. You are not permitted, you are not allowed to work. And with some cities that are a little bit flexible on the rules, you work only and during Ferien, that's vacation. Not weekends, but vacation, as in when school is officially closed, then you can work. These are the main difference between the language visa and the student visa. If you are coming to Germany with a language visa, I advise you watch this video to the end, because at the end of this video, I'm going to give you tips on how to convert your language visa to a student visa. I hope you're enjoying the video you are watching, and if you like the content, you can support my channel by hitting the subscribe button and giving me a thumbs up. Let's get back to it. Students who come to Germany with language visa are supposed to complete the language within 3 semesters. That means 1 academic year plus 1 extra semester. Within these 3 semesters, students are supposed to meet the requirement in which the university requires, enroll in their course and start their master's or their bachelor degree. I advise students to try as much as they can to finish the language within the first academic year, as in the first and the second semester. Other than that, you have to push to the third semester, and in the third semester you'll be working on your final exams, as in depending on the level, whether B2 exams, C1 or DSR, and you have to be working on extending your visa. Using the third semester as a last chance to write your final exams and work on your visa extension will be too stressful for you. It's not what I've heard, but sort of experience. It will be super stressful for you. So if you can, I'm not saying it to be easy, but if you can, make sure you complete the language within the first academic year, and you have some time and some freedom to extend your visa when the visa expires. You don't have to write your final exams and be thinking about visa extension in the third semester. And if you're unable to finish your language within the first academic years, in the first 2 semesters, and you enter the third semester, I will advise you apply for other schools whilst you're in Germany. Because if you're unable to complete your language within the third semester, that means you are not a student, you are not a language student, and the Ausländerbehörde will have no reason to extend your visa for you to stay in Germany. So if you don't pass the exams, at least you can show a different admission letter to the Ausländerbehörde and get your visa extended for you. One thing you have to know is language students do not only pay for semester ticket, but they have to also pay for tuition. That is for the language as well. Students who come to Germany to study the intensive German course have to pay for tuition. It's not tuition free like other master's or bachelor degree. It is considered as something extra, like I don't know how to put it. So this tuition has to be catered for by the student, and depending on the university in which you are admitted to and the fees, it ranges between 400 to 600 euros per semester. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you find this video very educative and informative. If you did, don't forget to share, subscribe, and write something in the comment section. Like always, the name is Promzy, and I'm signing out. Peace. Oh.